So messed up. Can't believe we're actually burying Gustave.
Couldn't wait for me, could you? I wish we could.
I'll wipe away your tears and all your doubt. Yeah. I'm your roll of paper towels.
Alright, here we go. Got past the... I think we beat the boss last time. Yeah, we did.
Oh, lovely.
Rockton also gives 3 AP. God. That's a good peak, though.
Is this the place?
Yeah. We can bury your friend under this tree, if that's okay with you.
Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh. That way just goes around. Ugh. Alright, come on, come on. I need to grab some water. So messed up. Can't believe we're actually burying Gustave.
Couldn't wait for me, could you? I wish we could.
Rest easy, Gustave.
I'll finish what you started. The Paintress, Manoir, they will pay.
No more, darling. Just open skies.
I'll save them, Gustave. Emma, your apprentices, everyone.
You can leave it to us. You were always there for me.
I'll save them.
Say hi to Soph for me. Yeah.
Right. I said.
I could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. Best brother and father I've ever had.
sucks that my man's dead. This should not have happened. This should not be a part of the story. And yet it is. What's up, big guy? Looks like we're out of here. Ain't that great?
For about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's gonna take a few hours, and then we make a stop. We get some rest and some food, and then from there, we head north to Monoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the Paintress heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the Paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay. So where is this heart? What does it look like?
Right.
What it looks like,
He has no
I don't
idea.
know. But I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
Old
You
man.
found old Lumiere.
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled with many expeditions. I was with the 58th when we found old Lumiere. The Renoir erased them before I could get further. And I don't know much more.
All right then. Let's go meet your friend at Monoko Station. And then we'll take the Paintress's heart.
Right. What's up, baby girl Mael?
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Jestrels?
Minoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Jestrels who went missing after the fracture.
The lost Jestrels.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Cogra.
Your oldest friend is a Jestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustave would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Jestrels.
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Hell yeah, I'd like to spend some time with them.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
Right, that is true. We do have some questions.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Right.
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Trust works both ways.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3...
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
Pisses on you, also triggers an insatiable sense of curiosity. He is reluctantly intrigued as his verso. Wow. Look at that. Flirting. Woo! When the interrogation is over, they go back to the
How far up the mountain is Minoko Station?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Ooh, we're heading in snow.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumia.
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestros.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh, my husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
That you will.
I guess. Why wouldn't I? Verso approaches Sia, who seems open to talking.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analyzing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then
Right.
consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are... You first, then.
Something epic, then? Full of...
No. Tell me something.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff.
If we're going to share,
Story for a story, right?
we'll see.
Verso and Sia spend the next few minutes arguing whether Sia should also share. Sia continues to tease Verso, who remains evasive. Verso and Sia relationship grows a little bit. Woo! Come on. They head back to the hills.
How come
Minoko's
a lost gem?
Yeah.
Start battle on rank B, but 50% help. No. What's up? He's in there.
First thing I had to do was delay the deployment of our house, but the bank already paid the back tax. Not to help us though. They did it so they could legally steal our house. The only way I could stop them was to pay the entire tax bill and the missing mortgage payments. I had a month to come up with $20,253.30. I don't know if it was God or what, but Boro doesn't know what it's ordered. Boro hooked me up with dispensaries in Victorville, Lancaster, and Bakersfield. They added another 50 pounds of food. I was able to pay off the house. Within a month, I had to make 2 runs a week. The studio cost 8 stacks. Candy and I got really close to it. She was so into the book, you had no idea what I was. tell my mom. I got extra bonus money that I was picking up this week. I had to put new kicks on Grandpa's truck. I was doing 2 runs a week, making 8 to 10 stacks each trip.
God damn. God damn. That's a really good one, too. Oh, death. Oh, he's not wasting. We're gonna need that. So you can switch them. That's cool. I didn't know that, see? Everybody's got sweet kid. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Depending on how fast she is, can she go again? Oh yeah, that's nice. Maya finds a spot where she can write. She spends time writing in Gustave's journal to honor his memory. She gathers her courage and writes about Gustave's sacrifice, how he laid the trail. She hopes Gustave's apprentice will read this journal someday. Maya heads back. I hit check up on the others. What happened? Witness an optional scene at camp.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do.
That's cool.
When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
Hmm.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical. But parts of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded.
Damn.
That they'd stopped her. Then the Paintress woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
That's sad.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
She was probably just hurt.
Okay. Not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Right, that would hit the spot right now.
Making friends is thirsty work.
CL and Luna. My girls. Okay, that's cool.
How come Minoko lives
Minoko.
lost?
Yeah.
Alright. It's time for us to get up out of here. Fish that up. Obscur. That first. Precious 7. Damn, it's 3. Let's try that. Alright, we're out of here. Alright, you talk to the big guy?
That was.
Yeah,
You were. You were thinking of children.
not just her.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why not spend some time with baby Esquire, the legend?
She reminds me of someone.
Well. Well, you also thought you knew CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't. Oh, well, that's because you're.
Right.
We're all cousins, same,
Like
but
it's not.
different.
Yes. Ah, just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. You're so.
You know that
It's okay if you don't understand.
you're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes.
That's why we're best friends.
They're Bond girls. Esquire. My God. Let's talk a bit more nonsense before going back to the others. Alright. Here we go. Let's go to sleep so we can get moving.
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. We've buried friends there too. You were right about condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just wet.
Drowning in our own sadness. Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the Gamage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
Out here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Escape. Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustave and the others, they really want to change things.
But changing a life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? It'll drain you fast.
Gustave would probably say, if more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
He sounds like a good guy.
He was.
Wait,
And now he's dead.
I kept Gustave's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I've got to say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
Isn't that all of them?
Thank you.
And there's where that one increased. I was wondering why it wasn't on the board. Good thing we talked to SK2 and moved that up.
How far to Minoko Station?
With SGA? That should be quick.
New Comga going crazy. We here. Comics, anime, and the gaming. We here.